Good evening. India's GDP approximately 2.5 trillion, a sector that is contributing about 20.2% on this GDP, means approximately $500 billion sector. This sector employs 42% of the entire employment in India. You probably have guessed it right. Yes, what I'm talking about is agriculture. An industry so vast, so large, but yet at its 50% capacity and less understood by all of its stakeholders. Hi, my name is Joy. I'm the co-founder at Wavar, a brand of Shetipurak Agritech and Services Private Limited, Pune, India. The Wavar comes with a vision statement to democratize the agri ecosystem. Democratize comes with digitization. Wavar wants to become a global agri-tech leader. Now, before I move forward, before I tell a little bit more about the core problem statement that we're trying to hit, we must understand what this vision means, what this ecosystem really means. What is Wavar doing? Where is it positioned? Let's see the agriculture into two portions, primarily dividing into the middle, pre-harvesting, post-harvesting. Now you can imagine that anything that happens after the crop is cut is post-harvesting. You cut the crop, you clean it, you package it, you export it, you sell it in domestic markets, you give it for post processing. Everything is post harvest. Today, Wavar is not focused in the post harvest segment. Wavar is focused in the pre harvest segment. Now, what is the pre harvest segment? What does it contain? Right? Five things. First, inputs. What's inputs? Fertilizers, insecticides, pesticides, growth promoters, soil nutrition, anything which goes to the soil or to the plant is an input. Second, implements, that is, equipments, tools, machines, things which go with the tractor, a tractor itself, a drone, implements. Second. Third, capital. You need money, right? Fourth, labor. And fifth, knowledge and services. What is Wavar trying to do here? Very good question. Wavar is going to provide this entire banquet of things in the pre-harvest in a B2B format. Again, what does a B2B format really means? When we started this journey, when we did our research, our foundational things, we understood that there are many problem statements in this entire industry, and there are many stakeholders as well. Now, this entire pre-harvest needs is something that Wavar wants to bring to the market in the form of a marketplace. But is Wavar trying to serve the farmers, the B2C customers today directly? No. We found that to reach out to directly the B2C customers, it's a great challenge. Infrastructure, cost, making them understand, customer acquisition cost, everything was a greater challenge. So we took a step back. We understood that how does a farmer take its decisions? And just like any other sector, any other industry, in this industry also there are some core influencers. Who are these influencers? Let's try to understand that. Three. Number one, and the major influencer of this market, the retailers, the shop owners, the shopkeepers who are actually selling these things to the farmers. They are the major influencers of this market. The second, who are the other influencers? The institutions. FPOs, FPCs, that is farm producing organization, farm producing company, which basically means group of farmers coming together forming an entity. Self-help groups, group of farmers coming together by themselves. Institutions, our second top influencer of this market. And the third, again, a critical influencer, progressive farmers. So what Wavar did is, instead of directly trying to target the farmers, the Wavar is trying today to target these influencers. And now I will go to the next slide to show you which exact problem statement is Wavar trying to solve for these influencers and for this ecosystem. Now, the problem statement can be seen in many ways. Let's see how do we start. The first and the most critical problem statement is the manufacturer to retailer or manufacturer to consumer. The supply chain is archaic and unorganized. An example of it today, only in the state of Maharashtra, we have got 700 plus manufacturers of all sorts of agriculture inputs, equipments, and everything. In an average, in one retailer store, do you know the number of brands that are kept? 15 to 20. That's it. That is where the buck stops. So you can imagine that there is a massive underpenetration of products. Now, what does it do? First thing it does is it impacts the profitability and growth of these retailers, of these institutions like FPCs, of these progressive farmers as well. There are things available in the market which they don't know about, which is not available to them, hence they cannot sell it to their own customers, impacts their profitability. Unnecessary baggage that they are carrying, they don't understand there is no digitization in the shops, they don't understand their shelf's potential, they don't understand what is actually consuming their costs and what is actually going to give them profits. They don't understand that. Their profit takes a massive hit. What next? And very important segment, agri mechanization. Again, because of this archaic supply chain, unorganized market practices, the agri mechanization penetration is very, very low. 80% of crop production inefficiencies is related to this. Again, 85% of the retailers today are not keeping any equipments. They are only selling inputs. They don't know about how to sell them. They don't know about the supply chain issue with the agri mechanization's penetration overall. Now, apart from this, there is one more thing that we need to understand, and that is the lack of understanding in this market about services, subsidy applications for agri mechanization, direct benefit transfers, soil testing, irrigation technology, drone related services. The understanding is really, really low. And this understanding again impacts the penetration of agri mechanization and the profitability, because if they can add services in their offering, of course, the profitability can increase. Now, understand that if they are not, these are the influences, if they are not able to full capitalize on their full potential, who does it ultimately impact? It impacts the farmer, it stresses the farmer. That is how the ecosystem is totally connected to each other, and that is where Wavar's initiative of supporting and focusing on the influences of this market will ultimately support the farmer base. Now, we have understood the problem statement. Let us try to understand what solutions is Wavar trying to bring to this particular market. See, the solution that Wavar is bringing is into two portions. First, the digital front-ending solutions. Wavar's B2B marketplace platform, Wavar's technology of smart retail, which is an integrated digital point of sale or a billing system. I'll not explain further. Let me first go to the next part. The online to offline O2O market penetration solutions, Wavar Corner, our sachetized franchisees, giving all our values that we have on our digital marketplace to a particular retailer and convert him into a branded franchisee of Wavar. End-to-end service offerings, DBT agri subsidy applications, soil testing services, agri-based drone services, agri equipment bank opportunities, multiple services. Again, I will pause. How are we going to penetrate this market? What is Wavar's market penetration strategy? Let's understand that, because that is what is going to join up everything. Agri business advisory, agri business consultancy. Who are the target? I already spoke about agri influencers, retailers, institutions, progressive farmers. What is the value proposition? Profitability and business growth. Tell them how can they become more profitable? How can they grow their own businesses? Target, we have to focus upon the small to medium retailers and small to medium institutions, not the larger ones. That is the exact target segment that we will be looking for. USP, our focus will be on mechanization and tech-based services. We are going to acquire sales via the technology front-ending solutions, marketplace, and POS, sales as well as data. And we are going to penetrate the market using our franchisees and the end-to-end business offerings. This is the solution that we will bring to the market, which is going to actually democratize the entire ecosystem in the pre-harvesting segment. This is what the problem and this is what the solution that Devour is trying to solve. Now, before I stop my presentation, I must speak about what have we achieved till now. We launched ourselves in the state of Maharashtra in two zones, Western Maharashtra, Marathwada. One ample water, one absolutely dry. Two extremes. What we did there, we sold a value, we sold a concept, we sold our franchises. We opened up 45 franchises under the name of Wavar Corner. Once we were able to sell in the 3 to 4 months time period, all these franchises, we started our digital marketing campaign to sell our products to the open market and also to our franchises. Again, we hit a very good target only at a spend on social media of 2.5k, 2,500 INR. We were able to generate 82,000 worth of sales. That is 1 is to 32. For every 1 rupee spent, we generated 32 rupees of output. Our total top line till date has crossed a million in INR. The first digital campaigns impressions that we generated was 60,000. We have 3,000 plus institutional customers digitally signed up with us. We have a very strong team on ground of about 30 Wavar Mitras who are our sales force. Apart from whatever we have done in the sales, what have we done otherwise, we have been selected as part of an incubation by an initiative of Government of India. The Government of India initiative and incubation also approved a grant of a million INR for us. And we have raised an angel funding from one of our prominent advisor, Mr. Prasanna Padvardhan, who is the chairman and managing director of Prasanna Purple Mobility, a logistics giant in India. That is what Wavar has done till now. Before I absolutely stop myself, I just want to take you quickly through the elevator pitch, trying to summarize what I just said here. Wavar, it is for the influencers of agri industry, retailers, institution, progressive farmer who are of small to medium scale and want to grow their profitability and societal position. The Wavar is an Agritech B2B service provider and marketplace that helps them with a personalized consultancy and profitability, deeper technology insight, data analytical support, larger choices of agri ecosystem products ranging from input to drones to services at a great wholesale price point. Unlike our competition, our product focuses on influences financial growth via affordable and newer options, especially mechanization, helps them with tech availability, sells the entire range of pre-harvesting needs, and we sell a bouquet of things that is product plus services, example equipment with the subsidy application process or input sales with the soil testing ability. With this, I really rest my case. You have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. You will of course get our detailed deck. You can go through it and take further insight into Wavar, a brand of Shetipurak Agritech and Services Private Limited Pune. Thank you so much. Have a good day ahead. Bye.